7 signs you're seen as easy to humiliate. Welcome to Stoic Summon, where we explore timeless wisdom to help you cultivate mental strength and resilience. In today's video, we'll discuss a critical topic: 7 signs you're seen as easy to humiliate. In a world that constantly tests our limits, it's essential to recognize the signs that make us vulnerable to humiliation. Whether it's in personal relationships, at work, or in social settings, being easily humiliated can leave us feeling powerless and exposed. But the good news is, with awareness and effort, these patterns can be changed. Drawing inspiration from Stoic philosophy, we'll explore how you can strengthen your mindset, set boundaries, and become someone who is respected and unshaken by the opinions of others. Let's dive in. Sign number 1: lack of boundaries. One of the most significant signs that you may be seen as easy to humiliate is a complete lack of boundaries. Boundaries are essential in defining where you end and others begin. Without clear boundaries, people may feel entitled to treat you in ways that make you uncomfortable, from making inappropriate jokes to asking personal questions that you're not ready to answer. When you don't assert your personal boundaries, you're essentially allowing others to dictate how you feel and react. Over time, this can lead to feelings of being disrespected or even humiliated, especially when others repeatedly cross those lines without consequence. They may start to view you as someone who won't stand up for themselves, making you an easier target for ridicule or exploitation. On the other hand, when you set and enforce healthy boundaries, you communicate self-respect and assertiveness. This signals to others that you value yourself and your time, and you expect to be treated with dignity. Stoic philosophy teaches us the importance of focusing on what is within our control. Setting boundaries is within our control. By doing so, you not only protect yourself from potential humiliation, but you also cultivate a sense of personal power and dignity. Sign number 2: easily triggered. Another sign you might be seen as easy to humiliate is being overly sensitive or easily triggered. We all have moments when we feel hurt or upset, but when we react excessively to every criticism or comment, it can paint a picture of fragility. Constantly reacting in a dramatic way to minor jabs or teasing can make others perceive you as someone who lacks emotional resilience. In a social setting, this behavior can be an invitation for others to push your buttons, knowing that they can get a strong emotional reaction from you. Unfortunately, when we react too strongly to such situations, we lose control over how we're perceived. Instead of taking control of the situation with grace, we give others the power to influence how we feel and behave. Stoic philosophy encourages us to develop emotional resilience, emphasizing the need to maintain composure even in challenging situations. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Learning to pause before reacting and choosing a measured response can help you avoid giving others the satisfaction of seeing you triggered. By building emotional strength, you become less susceptible to humiliation and more in control of your interactions. Sign number 3: self-doubt and lack of confidence. Self-doubt and a lack of confidence can significantly contribute to being seen as easy to humiliate. When you don't believe in yourself or your abilities, you often give off signals of insecurity. This self-doubt can manifest in various ways, such as hesitation in decision-making, second-guessing your actions, or constantly seeking reassurance from others. Unfortunately, people tend to pick up on this vulnerability and may take advantage of it, whether intentionally or not. When you lack confidence, others may view you as someone who is easily swayed by criticism or prone to self-criticism. This can create an environment where humiliation feels like an inevitable outcome, as people may push your buttons or make jokes at your expense, knowing that you won't stand up for yourself. Instead of confronting a situation head-on, you may internalize negative remarks and allow them to erode your self-esteem. The good news is that confidence can be built. By focusing on your strengths, practicing positive self-talk, and embracing Stoic principles like focusing on what is within your control, you can begin to change this pattern. Confidence is not about being arrogant, but about trusting in your ability to handle challenges and setbacks with resilience. When you exude confidence, others will respect your self-assurance, and you will be less likely to be seen as an easy target for humiliation. Sign number 4: seeking constant validation. Constantly seeking validation from others is another clear sign that you might be perceived as easy to humiliate. When you rely too heavily on others' approval, it signals that your self-worth is dependent on external factors. This need for validation can make you more susceptible to manipulation, as people may sense that you are willing to do anything to gain their approval, including tolerating disrespectful behavior. Seeking validation often leads to people-pleasing tendencies, where you go out of your way to make others happy, sometimes at the expense of your own values or dignity. This behavior can create an unhealthy dynamic where others feel they have the upper hand, knowing you will prioritize their needs over your own. Over time, this can lead to humiliation, as people may feel entitled to treat you in ways that erode your sense of self-respect. To combat this, it's crucial to focus on self-acceptance and internal validation. Stoic philosophy teaches us to find peace within ourselves, independent of the opinions of others. By learning to value your own judgment and embracing your unique qualities, you shift your focus from external validation to self-empowerment. As you start to trust your own worth, the need for external approval decreases and you become less vulnerable to humiliation. Sign number 5, being too agreeable. Being overly agreeable, constantly saying yes to everything, is another sign that you may be seen as easy to humiliate. While it's important to be cooperative and kind, there's a fine line between being agreeable and becoming a doormat. When you are too eager to please others and avoid conflict at all costs, people may begin to take advantage of your willingness to comply. When you can't say no or set limits, others may start making demands both big and small without considering your feelings or boundaries. Over time, this can lead to a lack of respect from those around you. You may be seen as someone who can be manipulated or pushed around because you avoid confrontation and discomfort. In social settings, this often results in others making jokes at your expense or expecting you to accommodate their needs without offering anything in return. To break this cycle, it's crucial to start learning the art of saying no and establishing boundaries in a way that respects both yourself and others. Assertiveness is key, being firm in your decisions while still maintaining kindness and respect. Stoic teachings emphasize the importance of self-respect and the strength to act in accordance with your values, regardless of external pressures. By learning to say no when needed, you establish your autonomy and make it clear that you won't tolerate being taken advantage of, reducing the likelihood of humiliation. Sign number 6, inability to take criticism. A significant sign that you may be easy to humiliate is an inability to take criticism. While no one likes to be criticized, how we respond to it often reveals our emotional resilience. If you constantly react defensively, become upset, or shut down when someone offers feedback, others may perceive you as fragile or incapable of handling challenges. When you're unable to accept criticism with grace, people may feel that they can easily knock you off balance by pointing out your flaws. This opens the door for humiliation, as you might internalize negative comments and let them affect your self-worth. Instead of seeing criticism as an opportunity for growth, you might view it as a personal attack, which can result in a cycle of defensiveness and emotional turmoil. Stoic philosophy teaches that criticism, when constructive, is an opportunity to learn and improve. Rather than seeing it as an attack on your character, focus on the value of the feedback and how it can help you become a better version of yourself. Embracing this mindset makes you less likely to be humiliated, as you remain calm and composed in the face of adversity. By taking criticism objectively and using it as a tool for personal growth, you shift from a mindset of defensiveness to one of resilience, gaining respect from others in the process. Sign number 7, lack of humor or playfulness. A lack of humor or playfulness is often overlooked, but it can be a key sign that you might be seen as easy to humiliate. When you take yourself too seriously and never allow yourself to laugh, you create an environment where others feel they can poke fun at you without fear of reprisal. Humor is a powerful tool for deflecting tension and creating bonds with others. It shows that you don't take yourself too seriously and that you can laugh at life's challenges and absurdities. Without humor, people may see you as rigid or uptight, making it easier for them to target you in subtle or overt ways. In social situations, people often test boundaries through light-hearted teasing or playful jokes. If you can't roll with the punches or laugh at yourself, these jokes can quickly escalate into ridicule. Instead of defending yourself or taking offense, a light-hearted response allows you to maintain control over the situation and disarm those attempting to humiliate you. In fact, those who can laugh at themselves tend to earn more respect because they are seen as confident and self-assured, not easily rattled by external pressures. Furthermore, embracing playfulness fosters positive relationships. It creates a sense of camaraderie and mutual respect, which can protect you from feeling humiliated. A playful attitude signals that you can handle teasing and that you don't view yourself as untouchable or beyond reproach. It's a balancing act, While you shouldn't tolerate mean-spirited humor, knowing how to engage in light teasing or self-deprecating humor can help you deflect awkward moments and build stronger connections with others. Stoic philosophy reminds us that our emotional reactions are within our control. Rather than reacting defensively or getting upset, we can choose to approach life with a sense of humor and perspective. This mindset not only makes you more resilient to humiliation, but also helps you maintain your dignity in difficult situations.